Greetings, Earthlings, toy collectors, and other collectible enthusiasts. I'm James, and welcome back to Lieutenant's Toys. On today's episode, we're going to be unboxing the Super 7 Ultimates, with an exclamation mark, Silverhawks Quicksilver figure. I believe these were announced and maybe released in 2022, so this line's been going on for quite some time now. Also, in just today, or either yesterday or today, I noticed that you can go ahead and pre-order a brand new toy version of the Copper Kid, Poker Face, which was not released in the original toy line, and also Yes Man, which also was not released in the original Kenner toy line. So, first time in the Silverhawks toy universe. So you can go ahead and pre-order those today, and I believe you can also get, if you pre-order all three, you get an extra additional head bonus pack for every character. So yeah, pretty cool. Also, Super 7, not a sponsor. Anyway, so yeah, Quicksilver here. He was they were announced the Silverhawks toy line in 2021. Like I said, I'm pretty sure these came out a year later in 2022. These originally had a price point of $55 each. I did not pay $55. I paid $22 from Big Bad Toy Store. I picked up Quicksilver and Monstar, and I believe a Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia figure as well. Got them on the cheap, and we'll be unboxing that Monstar here, I think maybe next week. But yeah, for the $22, I couldn't pass up the price point, especially when I've been trying to collect the Super 7 Thundercats line and more of the Mattel Masterverse stuff for Masters of the Universe. So I figured, you know, might as well get this as well, since this is a staple of the 80s action cartoon figure universe that I used to have as a kid. So might as well get it, right? Yeah, so, but I can also tell that a lot of people, I've also read online that a lot of people are very upset with this, at least Quicksilver here. So this right here was the original production image for Quicksilver here. And as you can already tell, that there's a huge color difference. This one's almost white. This is almost a fully white action figure compared to the gunmetal gray that you just saw. And also, when these come out, I'm pretty sure that Wave 2 was, for some reason, released before Wave 1. So that's like already strike 2 against it. And then when you receive this figure in and you notice that it doesn't even match the color that you thought that you were pre-ordering, I can understand why people are very upset. So I get that. And a lot of people have been trashing on this line just because of this one figure. But I don't know. Am I going to trash on it? I don't know. Is this Quicksilver trash or treasure? Let's figure it out. Alrighty, so here we got Quicksilver from Silverhawks. I about said Thundercats. But yeah, here he is, the Super 7 Ultimates Quicksilver figure. As I mentioned on my last video, who's that guy with that camera? Wowee! Not included. Yeah, as I mentioned on my Supergirl video from last week, that Chris and I and Jackson, we went to Panama City Beach, and let me tell you something, if there was any type of downtime, I was watching either Thundercats or Silverhawks, and I'm pretty sure everybody hates Silverhawks and Thundercats in that family now, except for me. So, yeah, good stuff. Very good stuff. Well, we're going to go ahead and open up this bad boy here. I do like the slip cases for the Super 7 Ultimates figure line, but yeah, just an embossed logo on the back, and me, and nothing else other than contents, one figure and with accessories, and of course the Silverhawks team logo there, and of course ages 14 plus, and we just made it, guys. We just made it. All right, so let's go ahead and take it off. There we go. We'll set that aside. And here's Quicksilver here in his very bland gray cybernetic suit here. Yeah, I can totally understand why people are upset about this. I can, totally can. Let's go ahead and check out the bio on the back here. Alrighty. Quicksilver, leader of the Silverhawks. Quicksilver is the leader of the Silverhawks, like I just said, and he reports directly to Stargazer. He is the human partner of the cyborg bird Tallyhawk, a human law enforcement officer modified into a cyborg to withstand the effects of hypertravel through space. This grants him enhanced physical abilities such as strength, agility, and speed. He has a hawk-like faceplate that he can lower to cover his face while flying or fighting, as well as built-in wings for atmospheric and space flying gliding. He has a built-in laser in his arm located in the blue band for combat and retractable talons in his feet for attacking while flying. So pretty badass. They could just wrote that. Quicksilver is badass. And check this out. So you hold it one way, looks like that. You hold it another way, it's just his eyes. It's like somebody turned the lights off in an old cartoon. But alrighty, let's go ahead and open this up. If I know how to. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to do it from the top. I think I did all my Thundercats figures from the bottom. I could be wrong. Probably am. I always love the packaging of these. I mean, if you're going to be paying $55 for these dudes, it better be pretty. All right, so first of all, in contrast to the Thundercats figures, there is no like unique backer card that calls back to the original toy line. I'm sure they could have done something like that, like the Kenner toy line. We'll post a picture of it right there. Yeah, so just kind of plain Jane there. I'm gonna lay that aside. Of course, with the Super 7, I always enjoy that there are 2 blisters on the inside. Wow, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and check out what we have on this under blister here. It's got some wings. Some wings here. All right, so we're gonna check these out here. Here are his Quicksilver's wings here. We'll pop those on later to see what they look like. And of course, right here, where those lasers are going to pop in. As you can see, that these arms are not articulated. Just the shoulder is. Just the shoulder is, but not the elbow or anything like that. So, I mean, no need for it. I mean, if you want to have good poses and stuff, you really don't want it to be. And I'm fine with that. I've never enjoyed this design. It looks like a freaking coffee filter design. I've never enjoyed that. I like it to look more like, I guess, like, I don't know, Falcon or Vulture from like, or even like Hawkman maybe. I don't know, more like actual like metal wings. I don't know. I'm just grabbing. But here's the other one. That's got more of the cybernetic look. The other one had you can actually see the flesh toned arm. And if you notice here, you can actually see like glittery specks in the paint. So there is that. So they did not skip out on anything like that. All right, so we have 2 versions of Tallyhawk. So they didn't give us one that just was like super articulated with the wings. They gave us 2 different poses. So here's just a perched Tallyhawk. Yeah, I mean there is like no. It's got leg articulation. These do not move at all. The wings do not move at all. But I'm pretty sure, does his head pop off? Yes, the head does pop off. So you can use this head on the other Tallyhawk. So we'll check that one out here in just a second. Whoops, got dropped in there. It's not even a hand. But yeah, here it is. I never understood why they gave the cyborg Tallyhawk feathers and stuff. I think it would have just looked cooler if they had just made it look like full robot, kind of like that owl in Clash of the Titans. So yeah, there's Tallyhawk there. Pretty neat. Put him down there. All right, so here's the Tallyhawk with the wings, or the in-flight Tallyhawk. All right, so here he is. He's looking rather cool. I'm telling you, this figure's for the birds. It really is. We do have his feet are. Was this one articulated over here? Oh, okay. So the legs are articulated. The legs and the knee joint. If that's what is, would you call that a knee on a bird? I don't know. So it is articulated there. My mistake. But yeah. So it is also articulated on this one, and it's got that articulation there as well. Wings do not move, just like on the other one. But I mean, you're just going to be doing this anyway. Anyway, so as we mentioned earlier, the other head pops off, and you can swap it out if you wish. In fact, we'll go ahead and we'll do that right now, so you can, in case you cannot use your imagination to figure out what a Silverhawk would look like with his mouth shut. There you go. There it is. And same thing over here. You just put that on there. Pretty cool that they decided to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just put them back the way God intended, or Super 7. Same thing, right? Alrighty, so let's get to Quicksilver here. Since I already have a hand that's popped out of the blister, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of check that out here. All right, so we have the flesh tone hand and the silver whatever. It's not even the same color as the wings or the body, so it's a matte finish. It's not a little bit glossy, no sparkles or anything. So I'm sure that's something that's made some people pissed. But so yeah, we have that going for this already. So there's that. I'm going to use this as some flight hands, I guess, or some high five hands. And they're hanging out at their headquarters. Man, I already forgot the name of the freaking headquarters. I've been watching it all week long. Why did I forget? Hawkhaven? Is it Hawkhaven? I don't know. Here are the Gonna Get You hands. Because he's gonna get you, Monstar. Alright. And here we have some grip hands, some of the sea grip hands. The human hand and the cybernetic hand. So there's that. Pretty neat. Just regular grip hands. Alrighty. We're gonna take these out. Right, and here, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to focus. So we'll give it our best here. So here we have the laser blast effect that goes into his shoulder. So he can use that during his flight. So that's going to be, well, we'll just show you real quick what it would look like. It's going to snap. Well, maybe it's good. Maybe, yeah, it's this way. I'm an idiot. Just like that. Yeah, so that goes in just like that. Pretty neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool that they've included that. And of course, it comes with two. Alrighty. Here we have his head with the face shield down. He flies with the top down. This has always been just a really cool design. It reminds me a lot of like Boba Fett, you know, the Mandalorian, very much so. Yeah. I think that's pretty neat. All right, so let's go ahead and open up Quicksilver here. All right, here we got Quicksilver here. It's about a 7-inch tall action figure. All right. What are your initial thoughts of this 4-year-old action figure? Mine are that the sculpting is phenomenal. I enjoy the sculpting quite a bit. All right, so let's check it out. All right, so we have ball jointed ankle. Of course, it's going to go on the same side there. We do not have a shin swivel. We do not. We do have like a. Actually, we kind of do in a way because this moves like this. So yeah. So yeah, we kind of have a shin swivel, but yeah. So we do kind of have that in a way. It's a knee swivel. It's going to be on both sides as well. We do not have a thigh swivel, but we do have a ball jointed hip. Do have that. Of course, in a way, we kind of do have a thigh swivel as well in that. Overall, so far, like I said, the sculpting is great. Just the detail in the body, it's really nice. I mean, you can't deny that this is not a nice looking sculpt. All right, so we have his belt buckle. Yep, for you know, holding up his bodysuit so it doesn't fall off. Alrighty, we do have a waist swivel. There you go, and we do have the ab, just an ab swivel. This is not a ball joint. It's just a swivel, so it is not going anywhere, which I think is a very, very odd decision. Huh. That is kind of odd to see in an action figure. Even when these came out in 2022, that's very odd. That's weird. Anyway, so yeah, he's built, looked pretty good. Yeah. We have the ball jointed shoulder, the bi and tri swivel. We have a ball jointed swiveling elbow. And of course, we have the wrist motion there. Once again, it's kind of just what you would expect from a Silverhawks sculpt here on the arm here. Looks pretty good. I do like the detail put into this wrist communicator. Pretty neat. That is nice. And of course, we got the same thing on the other side, but we do have the human arm. Kind of reminds me like in that RoboCop remake where they kind of gave him like that human arm, so whenever people like wanted to shake his hand and stuff, so they could feel that still have some sense of humanity left in the robot cop boy. So yeah, pretty cool. This arm's pretty loose. I can only imagine it's just because it's designed to be popped on and off. Alrighty, so here's the head sculpt. It's a decent head sculpt. The eye paint is sharp. I think maybe the head is just. It seems to me the head might be just a tad bit too big, just a tad. Nothing to really complain about, but just a tad, just a smidge too big. No neck articulation here, but up here it is. So it's on a ball joint there. Once again, odd decision. You can actually tell in this video the silver on the head sculpt and the silver everywhere else on the body, especially the chest and the arms. One is a gloss finish, one's a matte finish, and that's a very weird decision. I should have also mentioned down here this. God, I don't even know what you'd call this. This lower torso piece. It's like a rubbery plastic. Yeah, a rubbery plastic, so you can bend more and stuff. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. So that's neat, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, having a matte finish head like that, that's very, very odd. All right, so let's go ahead and take off the head here. We're going to give him a look, see what it looks like, what he would be in flight. Gosh, I hate putting heads on, dude. All right, so there's that. I'm not going to worry about the wrist communicator right now, because we're just looking to see what he looks like. And of course, we're going to put the flight hands on. Maybe. There you go. Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Silverhawks. So, pretty neat, I guess. But I gotta say something real quick. Soapbox time. This is a $55 figure originally, okay? 55 bucks. This was like a $5 figure back in the 80s. Why could we not just do this vacuum form silver or chrome on this $55 figure? Now, you can go ahead and purchase or try to find a Quicksilver from Super7 that does have the vacuum form chrome on it, and they dub it as the toy version because it's got the green insignia on the left breast like the 80s version here. Okay, whatever. I understand. If you're gonna, you got to get bang out of your buck for these molds that you've made. I get that. Okay, whatever. But that doesn't mean so. Okay, if you want to use the chrome one for that version, that's fine. I get it. Cool. Whatever. Why didn't they do something like this? Huh? It's not chrome. I mean, and they attempted to do something in this paint scheme by giving it some type of glitter in the paint. I don't know. But they could have done something like this Ultron or Marvel Legends Silver Surfer. Like, why? Why didn't they do that? I don't understand. This is, this came out in 2022. That Ultron figure came out a little later after that. What are we doing here? I mean, this is, like I said, a $55 specialty action figure, and we're not giving it that type of treatment. But I don't know. I can understand. I paid $22 for this. Whatever. But I am frustrated that a company that sells these figures now for $65, I mean, after 4 years, a $10 increase, and they're still doing that to their Silverhawks line. They're making chrome, the vacuum form chrome versions, and these like weird matte finish cartoon versions as well. And they're not attempting to do this when they should have. So yeah, I understand the frustration of the fans who pre-ordered this, thinking they were getting one thing and then got something else. Even though the one thing that they were pre-ordering was a matte finish anyway in a darker color. So I sympathize with the fans who spent $55 on this, and I sympathize with the fans who spent $22 on this from from Big Bad Toy Store or whatever, and are still kind of dissatisfied. I'm dissatisfied with this just because it looks so bland, but at the same time, the craftsmanship of the figure, the sculpting, the accessories, whatever, make up for that disappointment, I believe. And I don't know. There's a lot to be said about this line. They're still going on with it, thank goodness. Honestly, I know it would cost them a lot of money, but honestly, if they went back and did colors like this for Steelheart, Steel Wheel, Copper Kid, whatnot, I mean, they should. And even the Copper Kid figure that they have online, he looks very glossy. The regular, not the toy version, but the cartoon version, looks very glossy, very metallic. And then I've seen the finalized photos of it, and it's just a matte finish. Like, what are we doing here? And we're still doing it. But I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, Quicksilver from Silverhawks. Hey, before we wrap things up here today, I just wanted to say thank you for taking time out of your day to check out our Super 7 Ultimates Silverhawks Quicksilver unboxing. Is this Quicksilver trash or treasure? I'm leaning more towards trash just because of the color difference and just the lack of, I don't know. I don't know what was going on there at Super 7 to make it this awful, bland primer color. It's like he got primer on him to get a new paint job, which is, I guess, what most of us really, truly wish to happen. But I guess I'm just going to say it's just right in the middle because the sculpt is great, the articulation is good, except for the ab crunch. I don't know why it's just a swivel and not a, you know, doesn't do anything. Like it's just a, it's hard to pose him to fly. I don't know. There's just a lot of things. I normally don't complain about figures on here because I don't feel that I know enough about, the ins and outs of, making the stuff. I just don't feel right doing that. But man, there's a whole lot wrong with this, but there's some things that are just really cool and really right about it. And I don't know, if we're a different color, I think it would have been way more impressive. I really do. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the other figures in the line do, because I do plan on getting Steel Will and Steel Heart, Bluegrass, and Copper Kid. Of course, that's really dependent on some of those being a little bit more cheaper in the future. And I also plan on getting a Monstar pre-transformation along with the transformation throne, and that'll complete my ideal Quicksilver set, or Silverhawks set. But yeah, I just right in the middle. Like this is a fun yet disappointing figure, all wrapped up into one bundle there. Well, okay, we're going to leave you here with this today. Be excellent to each other and collect them all. And we will catch you next time.